What is up, guys? So, what's been happening on the dark side of YouTube? Well, Ricky Killeen is still at it, innit? He's still calling everybody bacons and wrong'uns. He's still drunk. He's been drunk over a week now. And it seems like he's decided that having a good, successful, interesting YouTube channel is just not for him. He would much rather call people bacons online. And the banter is fucking terrible. It's the most basic rubbish banter you'll ever hear. But I think he's reached a point now where it's so bad, it's actually entertaining, it's good. It's like those movies what we used to watch, you know, where the terrible acting, terrible special effects, but that's what makes it good. Like Samurai Cop. Have you seen that? It's the worst movie ever, but it's good because of it. There's a part in it where there's a guy with a sword and it just shows you the guy going with his sword, and then it cuts onto this bloke going, ugh, and then it cuts onto the floor and someone just throws a rubber arm on the floor. So he's cut his arm off. And there's a bit where he says, what's a katana? And it zooms in on this bloke and he says, it's a Japanese sword. Terrible movie. But yeah, that's where we are with Ricky Killeen. It's that fucking bad. It's actually quite entertaining now. Do you know what he reminds me of? Do you remember the Big Brother announcer? Day one in the Big Brother house. But it's like the dark side version. Day one on the dark side of YouTube. Hedgehog man, come to the diary room, please. Hedgehog man, it's been brought to my attention that you are a bacon. JDP, you are a fucking wet wipe. Oh, he wants to fight Brett May as well now, doesn't he? Fucking hell, not another one. He's nearly had as many fights as JDP. JDP's like 31, no, what is he now? I think he's 45-0 now. 45 fights, no losses, no draws, no wins, no fights. But even JDP's beefing with Ricky Killeen now. And he's calling him a big stiff idiot somehow. I was like, fuck, come on, mate. Let's have it right. If JDP, it's only because he's in the safety of his living room, innit? If JDP had come onto a wing where Ricky Killeen was on the wing, then he would have JDP joeying all over. He'd have him washing his underpants in the sink, scrubbing his toilets. He'd stick him under the bed, go and take his visits, go and collect his dinner for him. And JDP would be, oh, come on, Ricky. Come on, I'll assassinate that crackhead if you want. Shut up, JDP. Get under bed. Speak when you're spoken to. But, you know, he's in the safety of his home, so he's all brave now, isn't he? Hopefully. Now, I don't agree with people getting doorstepped, but I think we'll give you a pass on this one, Ricky. Ricky, if you want to go and doorstep JDP, then we won't hold it against you. In fact, I'll even pay for your bus ticket. But yeah, so that's what's been happening with Ricky Killeen. And when I look at him, it reminds me of like a prison boss, you know, like in America where you see those prison movies and they've got that one bloke who's like king of the Peckerwoods or king of the Whites. And he'll send someone into your cell to check your paperwork, and bald head, full of tattoos. I'm not saying he's racist, but, you know, he fits the stereotype, doesn't he? In fact, if you watch him online, you'll think he's a nice guy until you see him in the street and you say, all right, Ricky, high five. And he goes, whoo, white power. And the first thing that he used to buy on his canteen list, I've heard this from a good source, Brian Cockrell told me, he said he used to buy rosemary beads, but not because he's religious, he just wanted the cross, so he could burn it and throw it in a black guy's cell. But he's even gone after me, he's gone after JDP. I'm sure fucking Rubberface will be trying to get in the action, won't he? Look at me, look at me. No one gets you, you freaking little weirdo, go away. Who else? Rackpull, yeah, Rackpull. We all know what he'll be doing. He'll do the same video he's done every day for the last 2 years. Moving the cows, ooh, my mental health, you know. It can be quite funny every now and again, but I didn't actually watch what he said about Ricky because it is just the same thing over and over again. Who else has he been calling out? Yeah, Brett May. So what's happening with Brett and Shadow? I heard Shadow's been locked up, or got locked up, but then I saw him laid in bed with some dude in a wig, and he was talking about this fight coming, I think it's Saturday, isn't it? Brett May versus Shadow Bacon this Saturday. Don't get your tickets, because he'll probably not show up. But if he does show up, who will win? Oh, fucking hell. I've done this a million times, haven't we? And every single time I say, whoa, I think he's going to show up this time, and he just never does. So I'm assuming Brett's going to say all the right things, training 50 times a day, running all over England, but still somehow gaining weight. Still filming his feet and the steering wheel. Saying he's going to do it. In fact, he was saying he's going to get Ricky Killeen, wasn't he? And Shadow was saying, he was giving him advice, saying if you turn up, you're not in shape. See, the thing with Brett is he only knows one way. He don't train in any gym, so he's not got any timing. He's got not got any proper cardio. He'll just steams forward, throwing bombs from either flank, like bosh, bosh, Black and Decker, and then dives in and grabs hold. A bit like what James DeGale did the other night. No real skill involved, but he is a big old lump, and if he catches you, he's knocking your head clean up. And I think that Shadow Bacon's overrated anyway. He's had a couple good wins, but against Bash, who gets splattered every week, sometimes a couple times a week, he's the only guy in the world who's been splattered more than Wanderlei Silva. He had a win over him and splattered him in like 10 seconds. And then he had a win over the human turtle. I forget his name. He looks a bit like Ricky Killeen, tattoos, bald head. And he splattered him in 2 seconds, call him the human turtle, because every time he gets hit, he falls on the floor like a turtle. So I think he's overrated. But apparently he's really strong. But I mean, Brett, have you seen Brett? He fucking does those, you know, he lay on the back and they lift those fucking 100-pound weights. He throws them about. He even does pull-ups, you know, so he's strong as fuck. Stronger than me, I can't do pull-ups. It's because I've got spaghetti arms. So I don't know if he will be the stronger guy. I don't know how big Shadow Bacon is. It's hard to tell on YouTube, isn't it? Because I used to think Dekahegi was massive. He's like a little pocket midget. I don't know if you're allowed to say that. Oh well. But he's only small. He's mostly all head. Decker. Big tombstone head on him. Where is he anyway? He's usually giving out his non-valid opinion. I haven't seen him for a while. So who wins Brett May versus the Shadow Bacon? I really don't know. It's such a good fight, really. If it does happen, I would definitely be interested. But I don't think anyone's going to buy the pay-per-view because no one's going to think he's going to turn up, are they? So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens with that one. But yeah, Shadow was giving him advice, saying, you don't want to come out, do this, you want to try and box. But Brett, he doesn't know how to box, does he? He just knows how to steam forward, throwing bombs, and that's pretty much it. And that's what you're going to get from him. He's probably got 3 minutes in him, and he'll be exhausted and blowing out his ass. So will he catch Shadow before he tires? Or will Shadow, I don't know, I've seen a few videos of him. He has got a little bit of boxing ability. And so I'm kind of leaning towards Shadow, but, you know, I don't know. I want to root for Brett because he's a Donny lad, but I just don't think it'll happen. And before I finish, I just want to say rest in peace to Dmitri Mushrooms. I don't know what's happened. I just saw it yesterday that he died. And if you don't know who he is, I think he struggled with drugs like me. As I've heard some people saying that he relapsed, and I don't know if it's true. I don't want to speculate, but that's the reality of addiction, you know. That's why every video you'll see me saying, oh, he's no longer with us. You know, everybody who I talk about, they're all fucking passed away, because that's what it does, man. It takes, and then when there's nothing left, it takes some more until everything's gone, and then it takes your life, and that's the brutal reality of addiction. But yeah, rest in peace. I think, was he in a relationship with Amy? I don't know. I don't know much about him. I've seen him in my comments a few times. I've seen a few videos what he did with Hedgehog Man, but I don't know that much about him. But he's passed away now. So rest in peace, Mr. Dmitri Mushrooms. And that's pretty much it. That's what's been happening on the dark side. Can't think of anybody else. Paul Venice, I'm sure he's messaged him in private. A respectful message. I don't want no back and forth. He's my friend and brother. My friend and brother. I messaged him in private. Joe Lister. Oh, Joe Lister. Why does he say everything like 4 or 5 times? And do you know what he did with Joe Lister there? They've set him up to fail, really, because they're all coming online saying he's this phenomenal fighter. He's going to win this. He's going to do this. He's a world champion. Do you know? So it gassed him up. So he was probably believing it himself. And he thought he could just go out and bash everybody up. But, you know, it didn't happen. And he actually got beat. So we tend to do that, though, in England. We build people up. And then when they fail, we fucking moan about it. You know what I mean? We like losers in England for some reason. I mean, look at Chris Eubank. Everybody hated, not Chris Eubank Jr., Chris Eubank Sr. Everybody hated him. But then when he got beat by, who was it? He got beat by Carl Thompson, I believe. He got beat by him twice. He had a big, massive eye, but he never gave up. You know, he kept going all the way to the end. And he said afterwards, I'd never give up, you know. And everybody was liked him then. Everybody was rooting for him then. Because for some reason we just like losers. Same with Ricky Hatton. You know, when he got beat by Floyd, everybody fucking, mind you, everyone loved him before then, didn't they? But anyway, I'm waffling now. So if you like this video, press the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. And Ricky, if you're listening, you daren't doorstep JDP. I don't think you've got the balls. I think you're scared. You know, there's no way you're going to go and doorstep him. You ain't got the minerals. Bonjour.